Okay, so as you guys can see here, these are the last achievements that I need to complete my all achievements so I can 100% the game. Now, I will be explaining the last two endings since the ending for my walkthrough consisted us of getting the true ending, but there's two more endings. Now, in order to truly 100% this game, you need to play the game more than once so that you can unlock both endings as well as get all the blood codes, because you can't get all the blood codes in one single playthrough. With that being said, let's start with Gift Gatherer, where you can learn 150 gifts, and then we'll move on to Burning Spirit, which is basically maxing 50 gifts. Okay, so basically you want to go acquire inherent gifts, and you want to learn as many skills as you can here to acquire 150 gifts. Now, once you do this and get the achievement, you also want to focus on mastering the gifts. So let's get into mastering these gifts. Okay, so in order to master these gifts, you can press the triangle button on your controller, and you'll see an option to unlock. Now, you can only unlock these gifts instantly if you have the required awaken materials, as you can see from the bottom there. It requires 18,000 haze and 9 awake MJ310 materials, and I have 56 of those, so if I wanted to, I can learn those abilities until I run out of materials. Now, once I run out of materials, I can either A, farm more materials, or equip the blood code and kill monsters to master the abilities from killing them. And I think the tougher the monsters, the faster you unlock the ability. So Tower of Trials might be a good area for this. And also you'll want to have this blood code unlocked. So you'll want to learn Pioneer's Guidance under the Hephaestus blood code, I think that's how you pronounce it. And as you can see, this increases the gift mastery gained by defeating an enemy. So I would try training at the Tower of Trials and see with this passive ability on, and see how fast you'll be able to master your abilities. Next up, we have raise your reputation to rank 30. So the fastest way to do this is to teleport to the depths, the easiest one, so that you can kill the bosses here really quick with a co-op partner. So you want to go into your network settings and you want to change the area restriction to same area. This will make it so that you only get a co-op partner in the area that you're currently in. Now, if you're having a hard time trying to cope with people because of how old the game is, then you might have to just have an unrestricted area and just it'll take you longer to grind, because the older this game gets, less people that are going to be playing it. That's just one of the disadvantages of trying to get this achievement in an efficient way. This part of the guide is going to explain how to receive presents from NPCs really quick. Now you want to talk to Shang, located at the Ruined City Underground, Outer Crossroads, and select to acquire the valuables. Now, if you've already completed my walkthrough, then you will have all of these items available to you. These are all of Shang's expansion items. If you look on the left side of the video, I have recommended items for you to purchase off Shang's expansion store. These items are worth 5 points for the NPCs at home base. You need to use the old world materials that we've got from monster drops to purchase these items. Make sure to buy an equal amount for every NPC, because you want them to all give you presents. This is one of the best ways to quickly get presents from the NPCs at home base. I will now explain how to collect all blood codes, starting with the Demeter blood code. Once you've killed all 4 successors, teleport back to where you killed the ribcage, run all the way downstairs. You'll find a vestige sitting here on the ground. Pick it up and you acquire the Demeter blood code. Now, the only blood code that you're going to be missing at this point are the blood codes that you can only get during a second playthrough. So now you'll have to replay the game again to get these blood codes, and I'll show you how to get these blood codes right now. Okay, so to get these blood codes, you need to kill all 4 successors again, but instead of freeing the successor like we did in our 100% walkthrough, you'll need to instead pass the statue where you freed the successor and go right through the doors. You're gonna need to do this for the ribcage. Doing this, you'll acquire the Queen's Ribcage, and for Successor to Breath, you'll acquire Queen's Breath. For Successor to Throat, you'll acquire Queen's Throat, and for Successor to Claw, you'll acquire Queen's Claw. Tower of Trials. Now, the Tower of Trials here was a free update for Code Vein. Once you beat the game, grab the map here, that's on the table, and then run across and grab the magazine. Once you do this, you can talk to Davis and enter the Tower of Trials. Once you enter the Tower of Trials here, hit the switch to descend the level. Go down and kill the first enemy, and then you'll have to hit the switch again to descend the level further. Now the enemies get harder and harder. The next round is going to be an evasion, and it's the same thing for every Tower of Trials. There's 3 Tower of Trials to complete. So once you defeat these guys, then it's going to be time for the boss, and then it's going to be the same thing. Hit the switch when you defeat them, and now it's time for the boss. So once you're ready, head down, and the first boss here is going to be the butterfly. Once we defeat the butterfly of Delirium, we're going to have to hit the switch again to descend again. Descend down further to defeat this thing here, and then hit the switch and get ready for another invasion. Once we defeat this invasion, it's the final boss of the first trial, which is the Successor of the Claw. Once you've defeated the Successor of the Claw, head down to acquire the item. And you'll need to repeat this process for Tower Trials level 2 and Tower Trials level 3. Tower Trials 2 and 3 will have different enemies, invasions, and bosses. Now to get the last 2 endings of the game, which are the Heirs and To Eternity, because we already got Dweller in the Dark during the 100% walkthrough. So to get the Heirs trophy/achievement, make sure that you don't restore any vestiges of the successors, so don't release them. And to get To Eternity, restore the vestiges and memory of just one successor. That will get you the neutral ending. Heirs is the bad ending, and Dweller in the Dark was the true ending that we got during the 100% walkthrough. And that's going to conclude this achievement cleanup. Thanks for watching, everyone.